one thing. I mean, we share the same father. I grew up on the west side of Compton in the neighborhood that we call Cedar Block. My grandparents been there since like the 50s. That's my mother's parents, you know what I mean? No relation to Game whatsoever.
Hey, I ain't drink coffee with that shit do at all costs, my nigga.
Let's go back.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Jay Coffee Talk back again with another video for you guys. So check it out, man. I don't know if you guys have heard this. It has hit the headlines. There's, some blogs that were posting and talking about it. They did a little digging and fact checking and exposed that the Game is lying about this post here. So check it out. If you see Game, he's dapping up Kobe here, and he says, this pic was taken before or at the game Kobe scored 81. The documentary had been out a cool minute on this day. When he seen me, he walked over, thanked me for the motivation, and told me the whole album was all he listened to before games. That set the tone for the Doctor's Advocate, and I'll forever be grateful for his contribution to the city. Hashtag Game Facts. So, what they exposed here, this blog, like I said, they did a little digging, and they showed that, went back and, reviewed some footage of the day Kobe scored the 81 points and determined, that Game was, in fact, lying. I mean, it wasn't, really hard for them to do. I mean, the date Kobe put up the 81 points, obviously, it's not hard to find out that exact date. That's a big date in sports history. You know what I mean? This was when Kobe was Kobe. The success he had with the Lakers, man, the three-peat. Kobe was a beast, and that 81-point game, all you NBA fans out there, it's a game, people will never forget. So they determined that, looked up that date, and then, was able to review footage and and figure out exactly the date that was when that picture was taken with Game and Kobe. We'll check it out. It says, you see, we did a bit of digging and discovered that Kobe was wearing a white warm-up suit before the 81 points game. And then it says, it turns out that picture of them together was taken April 11th, 05. Kobe's 81 points game was January 22nd, 2006. Now, people might say, hey, like, what's the big deal? Maybe, I mean, it's just, we're just pointing out that, the Game is front. He's full of shit. And, there's other times Game has lied on social media just on some other shit. You know what I mean? Like, but, in this situation, Game is like, linking himself to this iconic moment in sports and everything, And I don't know, it makes me wonder if Kobe even really did say that to him. Like, yo, I fuck with your shit, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm listening before I go out there and put up, I put up them 81. He almost made it look like that his music fueled that 81-point performance. You know what I mean? But I don't know, like, I did a blog recently on some shit where, exposing some shit the Game was lying about, and there was a few fans of Games that got a little upset. One in particular, man, where he just, like, could not handle the fact that the Game, was indeed full of shit. But, see, the deal, we know it's no secret in hip-hop, that a lot of these artists, it's so strategic, to their success as far. I mean, it's always been like that with image, promotion and different things like that. It's just, we see it more up close now because of Instagram, how, like, we can all have an Instagram account and interact with these people and everything, and we see what they do firsthand, you know what I mean? But, Game has always been one of these guys who's heavily, tried to, say that his image, the whole documentary, all that, who he is in fact official, when, it's been proven many times that it's not. There's been a few people who have come out and exposed game, you know what I mean? And we actually heard it with the whole Whack 100 Snoopy Badass phone call, where Whack was saying to Snoopy, he didn't know he was being recorded, but he said, Game ain't really got no stripes. He really didn't have that much time in these Compton streets, but the image says that he does. And even his brother Big Face Hunted, when they fell off, he shared how Game, you know what I'm saying? He basically like made the game. He came up, he was key in putting together that image, because that was his hood. But anyways, this kind of reminded me, I wanted to share with you guys another time that the Game lied on social media. If we slide over here, if you guys remember, you see this cheesesteak, you're like, why the fuck the man got a cheesesteak on the screen? Well, if you guys remember back when Game and Meek Mill were going at it, you know what I mean? And that was key in Game's promotion of the 1992 album. Because you remember he dropped that 92 bars when he started dissing Meek Mill, calling him a snitch and everything. And then, he went on the campaign promoting the album, the media run, and he dropped the Pest Control Meek Mill diss. Now, while he was on his media run, of course you're going to stop through Philly. You know what I mean? Like, if someone's on a heavy media run, hitting all the big platforms and radio stations and things like that to promote their music, they go to New York, they're going to slide through Philly too. So he put out this picture of this cheesesteak, and then, put out some pictures of him out, in Philly in certain areas, and basically, kind of tried to do what 6ix9ine used to do. Like, remember when we seen 6ix9ine do the whole old block thing, and then later the security camera showed that he came at like 6 in the morning when everyone was asleep, hopped in, recorded the video, and hopped out and right back in the whip and was up out of there. That's kind of what, the Game was doing in this case. He put up this picture of this cheesesteak and was like, yo, I was up, in this particular cheesesteak joint, like I was all up in your hood, and, no one, Philly was showing me love, and, I was on some fuck Meek Mill shit. Well, what happened with this situation, man, if you guys ever watch MTV Catfish, you can Google images. You know what I mean? You can, they do it all the time on there when they're trying to find, fake accounts on social media. If they take a picture and like drag it into the Google bar, you could find out like where else that picture has been used and figure out where it like originated from. So the cheesesteak, Game took it right off like some Google images. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't even just like go somewhere else and get a cheesesteak and take a picture of that one and try and front like he was in that place. He flat out shared a picture that someone else had took in the cheese, you know what I'm saying, when they were up in the cheesesteak spot. So, you know what I mean? It just goes to show how heavy Game is, you know what I'm saying, with this strategic image front and promotion. That's what he does, you know what I mean? So just wanted to share this with y'all. Let me know, get in the comments, let me know what you guys think about this. But the Game, full of shit, man. JC on, stays lying, guys. Interested to hear what you guys all got to say. And if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that like and subscribe and the notification bell. And make sure you get in the comments, guys. That's what my channel's all about, hearing what y'all got to say. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Catch you guys on the next one. Stay tuned for some bonus footage.
And my mom, most of my life, my dad wasn't at home with my mom. Him and my mom broke up when I was about 2. I grew up in Cedar Block, about, maybe 12, 13 years old, got influenced in the streets and started running the streets, doing my stuff like that. My brother, on the other hand, he grew up in Santana Block. He, to my knowledge, never gangbanged. Went to Compton High. He was into sports. Something that I always wanted to do myself. So I definitely fully supported him in his sports. He was able to avoid the gang life for the most part growing up. Around the time after basketball didn't work out for him, he kind of came my way and got up under my wing, and we started fucking with each other like on a day-to-day basis after that. But I always kept him close because my dad made sure. Basically, he got with me when he was done with basketball, and that was, dead end street for him. It didn't work out the way he planned, so, he got with me in the streets, and I showed him what this street life is, and we made the best of it, but he grew up on one side of town, I grew up on the other side of town. We always stayed connected because that was my little brother. I made sure, I never had a big brother to take me out of his wing. So I made sure, I had the label of a big brother. I made sure that I fulfilled that role, and I was a big brother to him. So that's how he grew up, that's how I grew up, and that's how we put it together. When he got shot, it was kind of like, I was scared, for a few reasons. I was scared for his life, first and foremost, and then I was scared because there was a whole lot of shit surrounding it, like, drugs and, guns and shit like that. So, we were in an apartment together, and I happened to not be there at the time. So I didn't really know the ramifications of the whole situation. So I kind of like stayed back and played it by ear, got on the phone with a couple people, and, once I found out he was all right, I was relieved. The main thing about, like, when he got shot, like, we was running the spot, and, the spot rules, we got the rules, and the rules was 12 o'clock, it's over, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if you just came through there at 11:30 and spent $100 with us, 200 or something like that. It's like 12:01, it's a wrap, you know what I'm saying? But something in him made him open the door at about, from what I understand, 1 something in the morning. I can't, I really didn't understand, why he opened the door that time of night and how he let 2-3 dudes in the house like that. You know what I mean? For most part, the way I felt about when he got shot was, it was like my brother, and then his mom and my dad, they looked to me like it was like I was responsible for it. And, it was like, I never influenced him in a negative way. It was always positive for me. I am what I am, and, that kind of stuff rubs off because it's kind of, where we from is cool, but it's not, I was never, pushing the negativity on him like that. So I definitely never wanted, I never been shot, so I definitely didn't see my little brother getting shot fucking with me. You know what I mean? But it hurt me a lot when it happened, but I'm glad, that he was okay. I was just glad he was fine.